Morning, guys. I want to talk about the lean Pilates exercise on the reformer box today. Well, lean has to be two-dimensional as in all movements. So when we're pulling out or pushing out one way, we want to be pulling and resisting the other way. So everything is polarities in life. So it's dark, light, hot, cold, wet, dry. So we want to think of oppositions. Now, the main thing is the rotation. Now, the bones are everything. So I think we are missing a trick talking about individual muscles. When you actually do dissection, a muscle doesn't exist by itself. It's part of a full body. It's part of a holistic whole body thing. A muscle only exists in isolation because somebody has dissected it and given it an origin and insertion and given it an antagonist, agonist. But when we do dissection and we look at cadaver, everything is linked, the same as all the systems of the body. So going back to bones, when you twist and rotate, the bone or the head of the femur has to do some internal and external rotation in its acetabulum or in its joint. So this is going to depend again, and I keep emphasizing this because I feel we're missing this trick, on the depth of the acetabulum, the angle of the femur bone in, the length of the neck of the femur, and also we want to look at the width of the pelvis. Now, everybody's body is different, so I tend to teach different bodies and adjust the Pilates exercise to the person in front. And as Krishnamacharya said, adjust to the person in front. So you're always looking at the person in front. So you're not trying to teach a series of asana or a series of exercises to people. You're adapting and trying to give the best movement which is going to enhance the client's injury or gait or whatever they wish to focus on, or their general well-being. So I'm going to move the skeleton out of the way. Now, this is my interpretation of the lean. So this is how I'd start it. So I've got my client on the floor there, and all I'm going to do is lie her on the side, and I wanted to get used to stacking the hips. So I just want you to roll onto your back and roll to go forwards in your own time. That's it. Go to roll to the back and roll to go forwards. And it's just getting used to stacking that hip, because when you are doing the lean, it can be quite frightening, guys, because you have to release one bum cheek. That's it. And remember, a wider pelvis, like myself and my clients, is going to be different from a narrower pelvis. When you look again at different pelvises in the different anatomical schools, the smaller the pelvis and the closer the femur heads together, the faster the gait will be, the faster the runner. So the wider pelvis tends to be a little bit more slower, but more endurance. And come back. Okay, here we go, onto the machine, Jenna. So we're going to start with part one. Now, I'm using the pole straight away. The reason being is the pole gives that feeling of a reach. So remember I said about oppositions. We're reaching in one direction, but reaching out into the other, creating decompression in the joints and keeping the shoulder blades down. Okay, so she wants her feet together, because the feet together and the legs together are going to enable her to roll and stack the legs. Okay, so float the arms to go up, above, up, and really find that tall spine. So first of all, we're going to go nice and slow. She's going to inhale to rotate towards me. That's it, or she can exhale and rotate. And she's going to lean into a long line, letting that bum cheek come up. That's it, pause, 1, 2. Now restore the bum cheek to go down, stay in the rotation, and come back to the center. Make sure those shoulders are forward so they're in line with the back of the sacrum. That's it. And twist and rotate, 1. Off you go. As you reach to go out, out, out. Now notice I'm pulling her arm one way and tractioning her thigh the other. As I come back to the center, as you come back. Now we're going to add cast a spell. She twists and rotate, 1. That's it. As she reaches to go out, I'm tractioning that thigh. Cast a spell. Off you go. As she casts a spell and catches, but of proprioception, drop that hip to go down. As she comes back to the center, last time by herself, as you twist and rotate and lengthen out, feel that bum cheek come off and really feel the torque on the band there. Cast a spell and catch, good. As you slowly drop the hip down as you come back to the center. So that is my interpretation of the lean, and that is the way I'm teaching that particular client today with that particular body in front of me. Enjoy your day, everybody.